very important. You know, when you see the pedigrees and you see dogs like Patrick Redbaby, who was Patrick Goldie was a dam, who was off of Gels Blasco, who was a half Tacoma dog, bred out of Closet Stable to Ferris's Red Hot. Mike Ferris got his Tacoma dog straight from Charles School, out of Winnemac, Indiana, and they produce very well. A lot of people don't realize it, though, you know. But, you know, a little background on myself is I've been into these dogs since I was a young buck. Into the Pitbulls, and then I started living in Pedigrees and just seeing that, you know, the staff, particularly Tacoma, you know, were good dogs back in the day, and they helped produce some really, really good dogs, even up to this day.
Wow, he said up to this day.
But what did you want to get into? Like I don't want to just, you know.
Well, we just, you know, just basically the unspoken truth that AM staff played a role in the American Pitbull Terrier that's of today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I mean, we can look at some pets. I mean, if you want, we can go, you know, like, I mean, I have a pretty good grasp on the pedigree, but, you know, a lot of people don't realize is that the old timers, they knew what dogs clicked. They knew the pedigree, they knew what the dogs were down from. They knew that, you know, the ruffian stuff was blackjack dogs through and through. They knew that the Tacoma dogs from Charles School bred that into some of his Corvino stuff, which was Alpha Shorty, Corvino's Braddock, what's that other dog? I let him make the Shorty also. Fly Panama. If you look in the old Corvino pedigrees, you'll see these dogs. And then you'll go back and you get into the Feely dogs and stuff like that. If you look at dogs like Tudor's Dabo, Dabo was pretty much a feedy dog with some Henry and some other Tudor stuff thrown in too.
Right.
But that's one of the things about the Tacoma dogs is that unlike a lot of the staff lines, they were not primarily show dogs. You know, they weren't made to be pretty dogs per se. Like I have a couple now, and I mean I did my first litter probably about last September drop. And when you talk about non-standard looking dogs, like, you know, I had to run of the gamut with this litter. You know, had quite a few black and tan throwbacks, and had some red dogs and stuff of that nature. You know, but the litter was very atypical for what you would expect from an Amsterdam litter.
Smoking, my nigga.
You know,
right.
I don't know what it is you want, but ain't too much going on right now.
But I tell you, the dogs that
I'm gonna
litter
sit
was
here and
down
do this.
were of a brand out of.
You wanna go lay down? Go ahead, go lay down.
He's not a show guy. You know, he's an old timer, and he doesn't engage in any illegal activities at all.
Right.
But when he selects for his breeding stock, he's not looking for, you know, the typical Amstaff. You know, he's looking for the dogs that still show the traits that made the dogs what they are.
Right.
You know, but we did this breeding, and it was very, very good. But back to the history of it, though. Adam's Kingfish, Collins Big Jack was a part Tacoma dog. Tacoma, and I think it was Neblets behind that dog. Patrick's Goldie, Cloud's stable bred to Ferris's Red Hot, which was Cloud's dog bred to a pure Tacoma dog. And a lot of that Patrick stuff goes back to Red Baby, and so you got a good amount of the Tacoma behind those dogs. So when you flesh it out and you look at what Dog's Red Baby went into, you know, you're talking about Anderton's Tonka, you're talking about most of the Patrick stuff, a lot of the Hollingsworth stuff.
You're getting a lot of that throwback with that Tonka shit.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of that throwback. Like the Tacoma, like from what I've been thinking of, it seems as though the Tacoma were that into the Klaus dog. This is all historical stuff, things that I've heard, you know.
Right. Way before my time.
Yeah, way before my time, way before your time, you know. This is like way back before, you know, but my thinking is that from what I've heard is that the Corvino dog, is what, he got some Corvino back there. He's off what, Klaus Zeke?
Yeah, he's off Zeke.
Yeah, he's off that Zeke dog who was, I gotta look at the best, I'm not, you know, but I think he was partially Corvino and stuff like that. So, you know, when they bred that Tacoma Klaus into it, you know, it added something. And some people, even, you know, later, still worked with that Corvino Red Devil Tacoma cross.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how much you know about Pat Bojanowski. He was behind Bojanowski Splash. Bojanowski Yaco Jr., who was a pure Corvino dog. You know, Flash was a Red Devil dog. Let him make to Wise as Maximilian. You know, Pat Bojanowski also had Tacoma dogs. You know, and he bred those into his Corvino stuff. He bred into his Red Devil stuff. And hold on. And you know, that all, you know, made a good mixture. You know, and that's basically, you know, what the Tacoma brought to the table into, you know, the Bulldogs.
Right.
You know, and I mean, if you go back, you look, they're everywhere.
Cats are curious creatures, which makes their owners curious creatures too.
They're behind most, you know, they're behind most of the well-known lines. They were bred, you know, to some very, very, very good dogs, and they were themselves very, very good dogs in their own way. And I think that is important for people to know.
Yeah, it's factual.
You know, it's important for people to know because, you know, I look at it like this: if you know the history of the dogs and you know the genetics behind the dogs, then you know what you actually working with, and you know where you can go, and you know, with your dog.
God, yeah. So there you have it, right? There you have it. I'm not the only one sitting here telling you, man, that the American Pitbull Terrier and the American Staffordshire Terrier is pretty much the same damn dog. So you cannot sit there and scream that somehow this Camelot dog is not a pit bull because it was crossed into American Staffordshire Terriers. Especially when you see how the dog acts. But, you know, I done made 3 videos about that. I'm not going to make another video about it. Shout out to Buck City Kennels. My dude definitely do his thing. You know, I know you're dealing with certain storms and all that in your life right now. All I'm gonna say is the best to you, bro. I believe personally you're trying to do it bigger and better than ever. And so, you know, I just want to wish you well. You know what I mean? In all your endeavors, and in your trials. You know what I mean? Your tribulations, man. I wish you victory. Um, with that said, I want to shout out a few more people. Tiff, if you're watching this, automatically, you know you're number one with a bullet. I love that pedigree. In fact, I think, you know, that pedigree would be very instructive, especially in light of what we just watched on that video. But I would love to, at some point, maybe even we could do a live and discuss that pedigree live for people that seem to have this concept that you know this thing is a couch potato. You understand what I'm saying? Like, where would you get that from if you're really paying attention to these pedigrees, right? Ain't no fat lazy dogs here. They big boned. Yeah, they big boned, but they solid. These dogs are tanks, man, and they have that drive and temperament of a pit bull, not of a bully. And so, if you don't respect that, their size and their temperament put together can cause a real problem if you're not cognizant of what you're doing. So with that said, I posted a video of two adult Camelot pit bulls that I had on a yard at the time that ended up, you know, getting into it because as I was disciplining the male, the female was playing her role as you have your alpha and then you have your beta, right? You got the backup team, and pretty much in a pack setting, you're gonna have that. When the alpha goes to discipline, the betas are gonna join in. However, that said, I posted that video because of a comment somebody made that said you would never do that with, I would never do flirt pole with two adult pit bulls on my yard at the same time. And I wanted to demonstrate that the video I posted where I was able to do that successfully came from years of working with this breed and having seen it fail, right? Like, so when you say they're not pit bulls, but I have the same problems on the yard that you yourself admit I would have with two adult pit bulls, then to me, that sounds like pit bulls. I'm just, I'm just doing the math, right? So, in addition to this, I also want to make the point that I don't fight dogs. I don't. That's not my thing. I don't get off on seeing dogs rip each other apart to say, "Oh, my dog is better than your dog." You know what I mean? And you got to carry home a dead dog, or you got to go find a way to bury your body. I do understand the gladiator mentality, and I'll leave it at that. Right. So, with that said, nothing that I show here today is intended to promote dogfighting or any illegal activity. A general legal disclaimer: this channel, Imperial Flame Kennels, myself, have no affiliation, no association in any way with dogfighting or any illegal activity. That aside, let's deal with a personal ethical disclaimer. I love my dogs. So what I'm about to show you are not just examples of what can go wrong underestimating the drive of the Camelot pit bull. But what I'm also showing you are glimpses of my personal pain, right? Personal trials I've dealt with in my own development. I don't believe in labels like dog man. I don't believe in labels like APBT purist, right? Like you're talking about a breed that's far from pure, right? And when we say pure, all kinds of stuff has been going on. When you look at the American Bulldog, right? And you look at certain pit bulls, come on, man. You have to acknowledge the fact that the breed itself is an amalgamation of breeds, particularly as it has surfaced here in America today, right? So it sounds a bit hypocritical to tell somebody, oh, well, you can't call that a pit bull because it was wearing this label, because the pit bull was wearing this label over here. And when you put this label and that label together, that means you're breeding something different. But all of history, all of pedigrees show that this is what you've been breeding. It's the same fucking genetics. So, not to beat a dead horse, what I'm showing you a glimpse of my personal pain, my personal failures, my personal struggles with coming to understand these dogs that I've chosen to raise and breed and share my life with, right? And whose lives I have chosen to enter. So there's nothing cute about this. And if you have young children, this is the part where you probably don't want them to watch this. There are no videos here, right? Just some pictures, some of the aftermath. Nothing crazy, nothing hectic, but definitely graphic enough to say, okay, you cannot understand in each and every one of these instances, there was somebody on deck immediately working to get these dogs apart. The damage that you see that was done to these dogs was done in a very short period of time. None of these incidents were like 5-minute, 10-minute fights. No. These were scrapes and clashes that happened very fucking quickly and were brought under control relatively quickly. So bear that in mind as well. I want to shout out a few people, man, because I respect the fact that everybody's trying to do their own thing. You know what I mean? My original purposes for making these videos was not to, how should I say, go chasing for clout, right? Like, that's not what this is about. My purposes for making these videos and creating a YouTube channel was something that I could look at and gauge my own progress over a period of time. It helps to know from where you started. Now, you gotta take a brief pause on this because the pup gotta go do her thing. All right. So, as I was saying, my original intent for making these motherfucking videos was to document what was going on with my dogs, my progress. At the time I was doing the breeding, I had a lot of plans, or at the time I acquired these dogs, I had a lot of plans, and due to unforeseen circumstances, everything didn't work out. Boom, boom, boom. So it set my program back uh, um, pretty seriously, but that's okay. So over a period of time, you know, what you're seeing is almost a journal, right? And these clips are part of that journal. The slick ass comments, I'm gonna ask most people to kind of keep to themselves on this one, right? Because again, there's nothing here that is being posted in pride, right? I'm kind of bearing my soul here at the risk of being ostracized and criticized. But I do need people to understand the reality of the difference between aligning a dog like this with the bully. You are not getting an American bully, particularly if you come to someone like myself and purchase a Camelot bred working pit bull dog. All right. So, with that said, um, shout out to Buck City Kennels, shout out to Thompson Kennels, shout out to Kendrick Kennels, shout out to that whole family, Impact Kennels, shout out to, you know, my man Stacking and Packing and RDK. I see you doing your thing. Even shout out to the sister Queen of Hearts. Again, Tiffany, you get honorable mention because you know what it is to deal with these dogs. You understand? You like you run this blood, so you get it completely. And I appreciate you just being even on deck because your support means the world to me. Who else do I want to shout out? My dude Bando for life. You knew exactly what you were doing when you bred what you bred. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. I salute you, right? American Sentinel Kennels, Royal Kennels, man. Like, just because I breed what I breed or I favor what I favor in my taste of dogs doesn't mean that I'm against all other dogs. I respect the Belgian Malinois for what it does. I respect the Siberian Husky for what it does. I respect the Japanese Akita for what it does. I definitely am a working breed type of dog lover. So no knock on anybody doing their thing. No knock on anybody doing their thing. Do screaming Camelot pits are not pit bulls and this, that, and the third. Like, I cannot honestly say that you are truly a master of all until you've actually run these dogs. Till you done had these motherfucking dogs on your yard, you done had to do what I done had to do with these dogs. And I'm not just talking about on my yard. I'm talking about walking these dogs out in broad motherfucking daylight. Right. Yeah. Middle of the motherfucking day. State police, county police, motherfucking local police. Everybody on motherfucking day. On deck. You understand? So, I should say the county sheriff, the state troopers, and then the local police department. So, when you want to run your motherfucking mouth about what is or what is not, my suggestion is lay hands on them hounds first and run them first. And if you can find cause to then say, oh yeah, I don't, you can safely treat these dogs like bullies. You don't have to treat them like pit bulls. Then I take my hat off to you. But I guarantee you, you are not going to do that with these motherfucking dogs without putting years and years and years of training in. And even then, you cannot trust it. You can't trust it. Like, you can never be quite sure a motherfucking pit is not going to turn into a motherfucking pit. some of you motherfuckers is not really paying attention. But I'm not gonna keep going on about this. This little introduction was way more than I wanted it to be. I have a very long list of roll call list of channels I check out, Johnson channels and fucking I even fuck with your boy um Rocky channels, man. Cat Dog Spang. Like I get around and I pay attention to a little because I believe everybody has something of value to offer, whether it's something you want to be about or something you don't want to be about, right? So Royal Kennels and Ultra Class Canines, like there's a whole bunch of people out here doing their thing on YouTube and I respect and I salute everybody. There's no ain't no hate in me or none of that. I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to do anything. But under the circumstances, I posted my videos just me working my dogs. You understand what I'm saying? And I posted clearly what the dog is. It's a working pit bull dog. It's not a bully. And motherfuckers want to come on my motherfucking channel trying to tell me what I'm running in my yard. Right? Like I don't know what my pedigrees are. And so that's why I felt compelled to go ahead and set this record straight. Now, because of the gross misinformation, all these Camelot dogs, they bully, da 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 da. I don't know where you got that from. But I know you ain't never run these dogs. That I know. Because you're not gonna keep these dogs on your motherfucking yard like bullies. Right? You are not gonna keep these dogs like bullies. You're gonna learn quick, fast, in a hurry that you have to keep them like pets. And in fact, you're going to be extra motherfucking careful. Like I have had my mail go through a motherfucking living room window barking at a stranger approaching a motherfucking house. So he wasn't just barking, he was going for the motherfucker. And he went through my motherfucking window. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. This is the type of shit you really need to understand that you have on your hands with this Camelot dog. We're not going to sit here and play a game like this is some docile shit you can put on your couch and it's going to roll over and you can feed the shit potato chips or something and it's all good. You're going to work this motherfucking dog. Or you're going to give this dog to somebody who will and who can. So can't really be a master of shit if you haven't really like directly been involved, had your hands on. No. And I bare my soul. I put the video out there. I put it out there because I need people to understand. They flip that quick, yo. I didn't put the video out there to promote dog fighting or any of that. I put the video out so that people would understand this is some shit you would very quite realistically have to deal with when dealing with these dogs. We're talking a male and a female. Usually amongst any other motherfucking breed of dog, males and females get along. You don't have that outright trying to tear each other the fuck apart shit. With the American Pitbull Terrier, yeah, we know that definitely fucking happens. Well, obviously with this fucking Camelot Working Pitbull Dog, it happens as well. Stop telling people that these are bullies when they act like pure motherfucking pits on steroids. I'm only thankful that on that motherfucking day, I didn't have two motherfucking males of the same goddamn weight to try to separate because Lord knows, like, listen, if you want to work out, there it is. Motherfuckers is fat, out of shape, eat more motherfucking pork hog maws than a little bit, trying to tell somebody, man, about how to master a motherfucking dog that's pure motherfucking nitro. If you don't know, don't say nothing, man. Certainly don't mislead people into thinking that the dog is something that it's not. I would respect it more if you came on here and said, listen, something about those Camelot dogs don't look like pure American Pitbull Terriers to me. Because if you've never run them, you don't understand. You don't have the pedigree. You don't know the history. None of it. So how the fuck can you say what the dog is? You better really, really know what you're doing. You understand? Because it's great to jump on this joint and try to have some tremendous following and all of that. But understand that, like, there's people in the trenches in this motherfucker, yo. And in dealing with these motherfucking dogs, things could go wrong very easily. The Camelot dog was bred to be a working dog. What do we mean by a working dog? Let's talk about that a little bit. A working dog, at least the working pit bull dog, let's be specific, right? The working pit bull dog was bred to be a utilitarian type animal. What that means is it was bred for its ability, or it was bred to manifest the ability to be multifaceted. Like, we like to multitask in today's world. Well, this motherfucking dog, the idea of this dog was not only would it be a big, kick-ass, good-looking dog, but that this dog could also chill in the house, run the farm, hunt in the woods, bring his ass back, and lay down on the couch and watch the kids, right? Watch TV with the kids or play with the kids. That is the American Pit Bull Terrier. Correct me if I'm wrong. The only difference is that included with the drive and temperament of the dog was included beauty. Not just pure dog aggression, but animal aggression and controlled aggression. I do it with my dogs all the time. And I did it with pits. Pure American game dog. I did it with dogs straight off a motherfucking yard that had been game bred for generations. It took a long time to teach that motherfucker selective aggression. But it's a dog that wants to please. And again, that's bred into the Camelot Pit Bull. When you own one of these dogs, your feet do not belong to you, man. You sit down for 2 seconds, they laying down right on top of your motherfucking feet. You move 2 feet into the kitchen and you move it. Listen, man, anywhere you move, one of these dogs is up your ass, B. And that's if you have them as house dogs. And when you hit the street, man, that dog is out there like this. When the dog knows you're upset, he walks like this. It's your American Pitbull Terrier, man. So I just want y'all to be very mindful of calling this Camelot Working Pitbull Dog a bully. I think you could really, really get somebody hurt doing that. People need to understand what they are. These dogs are bred to be all around good working dogs. That means they can pull a load, right? And I may even post a video of them doing that one day. Like, they can pull a load. They can tussle with a dog. They can tussle with a wolf. They can tussle with, larger game. You understand what I'm saying? They can chase down game. Like, we're not talking about some stuff, man. That's it's a very, very capable fucking animal with a very healthy drive for its work, for its purpose. Small recommendation, man. Respect the blood. By all means, respect the blood. Just stay tuned for these videos.
Oh.